Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Stronger by Community. This is kind of a bonus episode. We're going to go behind the scenes, and we're going to talk a little bit about what actually inspired this community interview series. And I'm actually really excited to share this because I've shared bits and pieces of the background of this community interview series, but I haven't really given you guys the why. Like, why am I so passionate? Why am I so excited about this interview series? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story behind it and how it came to be and where I'm hoping it's going to head. And if you stick around until the end, I've got an invitation for each and every one of you. Okay? So, long story short, and I'm going to go a little bit into this throughout this live, but long story short, you guys have been hearing me say over and over, your voice matters, right? And the thing is, I don't just say your voice matters, I actually mean it, okay? And that's why I'm doing everything that I can to elevate the voices of the ordinary, and I say that in quotes, ordinary people in this community, because you guys are doing some extraordinary freaking things. Your story, the things that you're doing actually matters, and your voices need to be heard. Okay? So, let's kind of back up a little bit. I'm going to talk to you about how this little community interview series came to be. Essentially, last July, just 1 year ago, I was absolutely terrified to go on camera. Terrified. But I knew that I had something important to share with my people. And I knew that if I was going to actually pursue this coaching business and actually pursue building an online community, I kind of had to get over this fear of being on camera. So let me know in the comments. Are any of you nervous to get on camera? Are you nervous to share your story and your message? I'd love to know. So that was me last July. I knew that not only did I have an important message to share, but based on my conversations with many of the people in this community today and many of the people in my network, I knew that a lot of them also had a message to share, and I knew that many of them were also nervous to get on camera. So I put two and two together, and I figured why not invite them to join me on camera for a 30-minute casual interview about their zone of genius. The idea was that not only could we kind of work through this fear together, not only could we work through this fear of being on camera together, but they could leverage my audience, right? And I, in turn, would be able to provide my own communities with new insights, new perspectives on ideas that I was already talking about and already really excited about. So fast forward 13 months. I've just wrapped up season 3 of Stronger by Community. That's the name of the series. And let me tell you, after 28 interviews, or I think 27, tomorrow is the final episode of season 3. After 27 interviews with more than 20 incredible people, this continues to be one of my favorite business initiatives to date. Okay? Not only have I empowered myself to get over that fear of being on camera, but I've also helped at least 12 of the 20 people that I've interviewed to move through their own fear of getting on camera. And not only that, but I've been able to introduce you guys to some ordinary people just like you who are doing some really extraordinary things. Okay? I've been able to introduce you guys to new insights, to new ideas, to new perspectives that are coming from people that are similar to you. You know? I've had some really powerful, insightful conversations where I've had the chance to learn and discover and get inspired by a wealth of ideas and perspectives that I never could have experienced otherwise just by talking to the people in my community. Like, how amazing is that? I say all the time that not all heroes wear capes, and this series has really proven that not all heroes wear capes, okay? There are so many incredible, inspiring heroes and amazing people inside of my communities, and these conversations are like proof. They're confirmation of that, okay? But I think the most powerful impact that has come out of these conversations is that I've actually had people tell me that one or more of these conversations changed their life. I had somebody that I work with in person come to me and tell me that one of my interviews specifically changed her entire perspective on life. Okay? It had a massive impact on the way that she thought about her life and her future. So what I hope that you guys are going to take away from this little live is that there's so much power that lies in a conversation. Whether it's planned and recorded or just impromptu and off the cuff. Whether you have it for your business or you just start a conversation with somebody that you see as interesting. Okay? I really want to encourage you guys to kind of participate in conversations with people that you find interesting, people that you find have really unique perspectives, okay? Have conversations with the people inside of your community, okay? I cannot tell you how many doors open for you that truly have the power to change not just your life, not just your day, not just your week, not just your business, but the lives and businesses of the people watching and the people participating. When you take the time to ask your people what they think about a topic that they are really, passionate about, you will be so fucking amazed. Sorry, excuse my French. You will be so fucking amazed by what you can learn from the people that you already know, that you already talk to, that you already communicate with. And you will find that most people, when asked a question about their area of passion and expertise, are more than willing to just talk about it with you. Alright? Once you realize this and you embrace it with your entire heart, you will find that talking to people doesn't have to be this crazy, scary thing. You can literally talk to anyone, alright? And once you realize that, you actually begin to realize that nobody is actually too important to talk to you. Speaking of, I actually have somebody who I previously interviewed. I got to talk to my friend Marissa Moss, who is an author. And because I realized that nobody is off limits. There's nobody in the world that, is too important to talk to you. Once I realized that, it became a lot less hard to actually approach people and ask them if they'd be willing to just have a conversation with me. And Marissa Moss is a perfect example. If any of you guys want to watch that interview, definitely let me know because it was awesome. But anyway. Okay. So. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. But when you take the time to really just ask people what they think about a topic that they're passionate about, it becomes so easy and so simple to actually just pursue a conversation with them. Alright? So, how many of you, hey Rachel, how many of you have ever felt like somebody is just too important to talk to you? How many of you have ever made you feel like, somebody is just, they're never going to give you the time of day, they're never going to be willing to get on camera with you and talk to you? I promise you it's not true, alright? So if this interview series that I started has proven anything to me, if this interview series has proven anything to me, it's that nobody is actually too important to talk to you. Okay? Thanks to this interview series, and thanks to all of the incredible conversations that I've had the opportunity to host, I no longer tell myself the story that I need to be afraid to talk to people, that I need to be afraid to ask people questions or afraid to strike up a conversation. If you told me a year ago that I'd be saying this on camera, I would have laughed and told you that you were like totally wrong, totally tripping. But now I know the magic that lies in these conversations with all of you. And I'm so excited for what's to come. So all of that said, I have a couple of invitations for you. Okay? So the first one is, again, season 3 wraps up tomorrow with the final episode on both YouTube and on my Instagram. They will both be, all the episodes will be available until September 18th. I invite you to watch the episodes where the topic speaks to you, and be sure to connect with the incredible humans that have joined me for the most amazing conversations this season. The details are in the caption. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for exclusives and for additional awesome content that's coming out. Then the second invitation, which I'm really excited about, is if you are interested in participating in an interview for season 4, I invite you to apply for season 4. And I want to just essentially go live with you guys, interview you, have a great conversation about whatever it is that you are passionate about, obviously within my scope of what I teach and what I am talking about on my channel. So if this opportunity speaks to you, trust your instincts, DM me SBC, and I will send you the application to apply. What I really want to do for season 4 is I would love to have conversations with people that disagree with me or that have a different perspective or way of thinking about the topics that I talk about. I think those are always so important and so interesting to engage in. So I love conversations where we don't necessarily agree on every single thing that we're saying, but we can kind of have a respectful insight into what each other thinks and what each other's perspective is. So if you want to challenge yourself to go live with me and kind of debate a little bit, have like a friendly debate about whatever topic you are passionate about, then let's get on camera together in September. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'm so excited for you to check out all of the incredible interviews that I hosted this season with my beautiful community. Thank you.